I'll deal with it. How about one of you do a recap, though?
You do it, Jonas. I want to hear you do it.
Okay, Jonas, go.
Okay, sure. I was gonna bring up my notes, but I remember. I think. So last session on 13th Age, things and stuff happened. We returned to the Free City and had a bit of a talk with important people. Borak, Charlotte, and I think that was it. Was there a third person we talked to? I forget.
Later. Yeah.
We basically said, like, look, this is what's gonna go on. We're gonna try to stop it. And Warwick is like, yes, I'm with you, because we can trust Warwick. He's like the friendliest dragon somehow. And Charlotte was like, well, sure, I can still give you tips on where to go and use my area of influence to spread rumors and try to sway people into, beat on the fear mongering drum, basically. I think that's what she said. And we also got a few letters, and one of them caught our eye particularly. It was from Ace, the spy lady who I suspect is the Jack. But she said, you owe me, come and deliver, bastards. And we said, we'll deliver. And so we went to Freedom's Hold, and it turned out that the city has gone through a bit of an apartheid thing, where dragons basically have been bullied out of the city. Or those who remain are incredibly looked down upon by the humans. There's a bit of human supremacy thing going on. And we went to the bar to meet up with Ace, who was only there in hologram form. She demanded we turn over the blade and the vial, and we said, why do you want them? And she said, I'm not gonna tell. Now turn them over, damn you. And then we said, well, we did promise, but you're incredibly shady, and actually the artifact you want no longer exists. This is sort of a new artifact that we made, and she still wanted it, and we said no. And then she said, well, fine then, I'm gonna kill you all. And then she sprung a huge ambush on us with a lot of elementals that we fought and destroyed. Finally, cost us a lot of resources, though at least Anrican spent a lot. And I think that's kind of what happened. We are now on the street looking down a few buildings that we suspect she's in, because we can sense the daggers. And we are going to kick down the door and take care of business.
Yes, I do believe Enrican's plan at the end of last session was to walk up to the first building and take a look.
That's right.
So,
I can sense she's in this block.
Yeah, around in this area of abandoned manufactories, basically. And why don't you give me a D4 then?
Sure. 3.
Oh, it's a lucky number.
Okay. Let me just munch my chocolate really quickly.
Lots of
chocolate for days.
Whenever as a DM I have snacks, I never eat them. Instead of looking at midnight, looking forlornly on my popcorn or something.
Because you don't want to have your mouth full.
Wasn't faded. I talk all the time.
Yeah.
Talk too much.
I get really lucky because Jonas tends to go on tangents. So when he starts, I'm just like, well, I got my snacks ready.
Tangents? I'm completely unfamiliar with that.
The building that Enrican approaches has in sort of on an eroded wooden sign above its large front door the words Fenner's Craftsmanship, and looks to once have been some sort of carpenter shop, maybe something working with wood at least. Considering there's an overturned cart with burned logs in front, and generally looks very, very woody.
Well, this is super suspicious, of course.
The front door is slightly ajar, and approaching it, even opening it, Anakin finds the building seems very empty.
Well, super suspicious. We need to scour this top to bottom.
I mean, we could light it on fire.
I suppose.
And then, if there's no one here, then nobody's hurt, right?
They're like the few homeless people that have sought shelter in here, like, ah!
You can call it that they should run for their lives. But anyway, we can also just search it. Yes.
We could just search it, I think.
Coal burnings was a thing back in the day.
I know.
You might also want to magically check that there aren't any illusions going on. Metagame wise.
Enrican will scour the place for magical auras, Chip.
Okay.
Nope. I know not a thing about anything.
Wait. Talia might be able to, because she's
Talia is very absent-minded currently.
Damn it.
25% of resources out the window.
There isn't any magic in here I can sense at least.
But Enrican thinks that there's definitely magic around, but for him it's impossible to really pinpoint where. In addition, he thinks that by trying to look for the magic, he might even have shown himself in a rather obvious way to any other spellcaster who might be in the area.
Sure. Come at me, bro.
Lightning just...
Just down from the sky. I have arrived.
Coordinates required.
I am the thunder god. Damn it. Well, in that case, I have done all I can in this building.
Sounds like Manakai is working up a idea.
No, I was just looking at my stuff. I really got nothing. this sort of thing. I guess Graham knocks shit over and looks for he thinks that this plate this is the same tavern that Ace always uses. So there's probably accommodations made so that easy escapes or this sort of backstabbery can happen. As such, there's probably some sort of underground thing because people would build that sort of thing underground, obviously. So he'll begin knocking shit over, looking for a hatch or a stairway or something like that.
Are we in a different area of the town?
You are essentially some distance down the road from the initial tavern where you met the illusion of Ace. In a sort of area with warehouses and abandoned craftsman shops. Rather large ones too, but it doesn't seem like any of them have been used for quite a while. There are people around walking past, or at least have been until you absolutely destroyed the tavern. And
I stopped it burning down, alright?
Yeah, but the outside perception didn't include the elementals and just saw what kind of happened. You might still spot the occasional face hiding around the corner, very quickly ducking away and running away in terror. And perhaps even some other faces, or rather people approaching with water buckets and such, being confused where, the fire is, as it looks. So if you want to run around and knock shit over to look for it, why don't you give me a strength check? Some of this equipment in these manufacturers is pretty damn heavy, and maybe there's something.
I'll fucking help.
All right, you can help.
I'll do a strength check. Generous. There we go. 18.
Knocking things over. Turns out that Hirando intentionally or maybe accidentally knocks over a bunch of the barrels sitting there. And while most of them contain just a bunch of random junk and old tools and whatnot, there's one thing, or multiple things, that he does recognize as not really belonging there. They look like crossbows. Very heavy crossbows, in fact. And definitely don't look as decrepit and old as the other tools. Quite possibly intentionally hidden there.
You were pointed out to a group of companions.
Does it look like... there's crossbows in the barrel, alright. Do we smash them? Is that the... Just for pity's sake? I don't know. Anyway, leave them there for now. And I keep looking. That's a suggestion that there might be something here, right? Unless someone put a lot of decoy crossbows. I mean, that's probably not the cheapest thing to just throw in there.
Even with a lack of like archery and woodworking knowledge, these don't look like cheap knockoffs. They're pretty much a meter in length, made out of really thick wood. And while they are of course not actually stringed, they are some heavy machinery. Handheld machinery, but still. If you want to continue looking, then you are going to have to give me a different approach. I'm not just going to let you roll the same check indefinitely, because that would be stupid. How do you continue looking?
Well, if there's no more shit to knock over and look through. Well, all right. Graham has to think about this now. So, like if there's a pathway or hidden thing, then there's got to be hollowness behind it. The walls and floor are presumably made of wood. Is that too much to assume?
The walls are made out of brick.
All right, that makes
Mostly
it.
anyways.
That's good then. So what he'll do then is walk around and like on walls and floor, basically use his not the magical sword. That's not really. He'll actually take the long axe off his back and use that to sort of use the heft to knock on walls and floor, trying to listen for like hollow thump sounds, like the kind you would have if you knocked on the side of a hull of a ship.
Okay, I guess that would be a sort of wisdom perception check to actually hear the slight differences.
Yeah, we can work with that. Not something I'm particularly trained in, but I can certainly give it a try anyway.
Anakin will try a wisdom perception as well.
Yeah. Look at me implying myself.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the damn elf when we needed him? A class for this.
Well, Graham knocks at the walls and such, and he is pretty damn sure that he has the hearing required to make out the difference that a hollow wall would make. But he really doesn't find anything. In fact, he's pretty sure he would have found it simply for the fact that these walls are pretty damn brittle.
Walls and floor, right?
The floors too, yeah.
All
The floor isn't as brittle, it's like broken in places, but there doesn't seem to be like a basement or anything.
It looks like there's next building.
Sounds good
And
to
then
me.
he'll go to the next building.
Yeah.
Rinse and repeat.
Alright, the door of the next building is not open. It is in fact pretty closed. The door looks in reasonable condition, although there's no real difference to the door of the last building.
Just a building
Simply-
you lived in.
No. It seems pretty similar. Probably something that once made like tables, presumably.
Carpenter shop then. Remember, looked at her window. Looked at the door.
Is the door locked? We
The-
gotta push it open.
Well, the door's closed. You can see that from a distance.
After you.
Like if I push it open, is it locked?
Uh,
Go to push it open.
you push it open, you say. Well, as it turns out, the door's not locked. But as you push the door open, as it sort of goes like slightly ajar and then slightly further, the creaking of the door is very quickly completely drowned out by the sounds of an explosion coming from straight behind the door.
Yeah.
I would like everyone who is nearby the door, which, you can decide whether you would have approached that close because the map doesn't have space for
Oh,
it.
yeah.
To... Actually, you don't have to do anything.
You're dead.
Just have to tell me if you approach. Talia wouldn't have gone close. She's not stupid. I'm
Graham
assuming
is,
that
is like
Enriken
probably
might
like
have.
over
Yeah.
here. You know,
Enriken
Edeling would be defending Enriken as he does, but Graham would have been up here with Hirandor too.
Anakin is a brittle spellcaster. He'd rather not be.
Yeah, I'm giving you the benefit of caution here, or the benefit of the doubt. This will be against Hirandor, against PD, and this will be against Graham.
Oh, just
Sure. Yeah.
It would have
As
hit me on
the-
a 1.
As the door explodes, the splinters flying outward, leaving on the doorstep just a big hole, really. And both of you take 6 points of damage from the flying splinters.
Sure. I was thinking, I might use magical item or something like that. No, that's fine. Yeah.
we're champions. We don't care about splinting doors.
No.
We should kill a normal guy, but not us. We're
It is a
badasses.
sizable explosion, but you've survived. You've experienced
magical
much
armor
worse.
shit.
It's like nails stuck in Hirandor's face.
Turns basically as it explodes, turns back to it like the nails a splinter on the magical armor. Primarily, it was like one
Yeah.
that goes in like a.
Gets
Yeah,
like
that's
in.
sad.
I'll
into-
get you back for that.
That said, we're not done yet. Please don't move. As I prepare things, I forgot to prepare. Give me like 20 seconds.
Quickly. Distract them. As Hirandor sort of, does that like dance and
No, what-
juggle act.
I don't need no vision blocking layers.
Yes.
Everything shall be laid bare.
Let's do like so. The door is thrown away. You see that part of the interior is in fact on fire, and not only that, from the fire you see familiar shapes, although these ones far smaller.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's not her.
In addition, Hirandor can't really make out what's further in the back because the inside is dark, whereas the area around the door is brightly lit by the fire, making it kind of hard to see inside. He does hear the military-like command of steady.
Just step aside the door. Just go, back here.
Yeah.
Take care of the fire
Yeah.
elementals, and then wait until the building is burned down and they can come out. That's what we're gonna do here.
Seeing the fire in here and the fire elementals, Graham's gonna yell out to all the people who are still like skulking about, like elementals are running rampant in this part of the city. Quickly, get to safety.
Give
So
me
let's
a-
make an alibi for ourselves while we're at it.
give
Good
me
idea.
an
Saving the
initiative
city for Elf.
check.
Hmm?
Initiative.
check.
And while doing that, I will remind you that I have the ring that makes me seem super important.
That's true.
Mm.
So, we should
I clearly have the
really-
authority to tell them to get the hell out of here because elementals are running rampant.
Yeah, yeah.
See, can you see NPCs? Yes, you can. The ones you need to see, anyways. All right. As it turns out, as the door is thrown outward, Graham gets attacked first.
All right. Well, don't know what's in there, but I think it's bad. So I think it's time for Graham to look in this door as the splinters fly and the explosion. Can he see where does the explosion come from? Like, is it a grenade? What's like on the door? Is that
The explosion seems to have come from two barrels stashed right next to the door, which of course are now all over the place.
All right? Well, he will basically draw the greatsword and swing it towards the opening of the door. He says, "Into the fray! Destroy the enemies of our master!" As he will summon the undead, who will sort of materialize out of the ether, charging in the door. With the summon undead, I will get 3 mooks in my mob. And they are... Where are they?
Let me just give you a bit more space here.
Where's that token? Oh, zombies. There we go. And I will summon them nearby, which will be summoned in here. As they basically charge past Herandor and appear there. And, well, as I'm waiting for a little more confirmation of seeing what things are, casting my spells right now, so I don't want to just rush in there immediately. Personally, at least, because I can't attack anyway. I'll move to, like, here. And then they act after me, as it turns out. Oh, you want Edeling first?
That's up to you.
Well, anyway, I suppose they will go and attack what's here, which is seemingly... I can't really move them in there, but there is presumably that fire elemental there. It leaves room for them to go engage it. There we go, which they will do. There's a little group doing their rotting fists for an error message, apparently. So that's great. Try that again. There we go. That worked. That is 1. That is 2. And that is 3. And that is all absolute tosh for rolls. So I suppose that's nothing.
And this guy being a fire elemental does mean that any odd attackers take 1d12 fire damage. 2 of those attacks were odd. Meaning that the mob in total, I'll just do both rolls in one, takes 18.
So this guy dies in fire. Then Ederling will move. He can move. Oh god, more errors there. He can move here, basically, to shield us from to engage with approaching enemies, basically. That's that.
Okay.
Also, can I see
I'll
more
reveal
from here?
slightly more. Yes, I was about to say that. Can reveal slightly more. It's still somewhat dark inside, but you can make a little bit more.
There's fire in here, at least.
Yes. So
Also,
you can see
I
these
own
guys.
those, so be aware that I own the thugs.
You own the thugs? Okay.
I saw them light up. I won't look, but
Fuck.
just be aware.
You shouldn't own the thugs. That's what I get for using Grimace tokens.
I don't like the name of that moot
Fine,
group.
go.
Yes.
Graham will look in and say armed men in the service
Yes,
of age
moving.
of doubt.
Moving and Graham does see basically fortified behind a really large overturned table, a group of heavily armored men wielding very, very large crossbows that they are at the very moment leveling towards the door in general, presumably even directly at Herandor. Enrican.
Well, 1, 2. Well, we'll move a little bit out up here to get out of the sight of the dragon killers up there, because he doesn't want to get peppered by them. We will do a chant of endings on the closest enemy with the lowest hit points. If it's a tie, I pick. Is it a
The
tie?
closest. Is it nearby?
Nearby, yes.
Yeah, then it would be either of the fire elementals.
Let's
They have the exact same hit points.
let's help the zombies out a little bit. We'll hit them with that. Oh yeah. Nope. My second one
That's
today.
the one. Yep.
I got a 2, a 3, and a 7, so you know.
It's
gonna be good now.
Hirondor. See the crossbows leveled against you.
I want to engage with those guys.
I'm thinking exactly that.
Yeah, just run up to them and just thump.
Yeah, what I'm thinking is if I move here, what moving twice, is that a standard action or like normal action?
You can spend. You have 2 actions. One of them is a move, but you can spend your other one to move as well.
Okay, so
That's
I'm
everything.
thinking if I do have a quick attack, a quick action attack as well, which is my cold breath. So,
Yeah,
can-
these guys would technically be in this square up here. So if you
Oh,
move
so
here,
they
you
couldn't-
couldn't engage them.
So they couldn't actually shoot you in the door then, because you'd
But
be
can they only
beyond far
shoot?
away.
uh,
So you'd be safe there.
yes.
I honestly think it's still like a decent idea to just take also like a step aside, like go here. Like what they're gonna do? They have flaming elementals that's gonna burn down the
You
house.
could engage with the elemental and fight it
Yep.
like here and not be threatened.
Sure, that
Right?
does sound wise. I'll come
He
up
stays
to
outside
the
the
element.
range in the darkness.
Yeah. Maybe I can see a touch more
You
before
can
I
attack.
set where I am going.
Even show you
Huge
this
building.
far. It is a big ass building, yes. So see
okay.
this dude who's standing there, a staff pointed towards the door.
Oh, he has a staff. Kill that guy.
Yeah. Alright, so I'll go here, engaging with a fire elemental, and then as I'm coming over here, I'll quick action cold breath some of those thugs. 2 of them.
Okay, give me 2 attack rolls.
Okay.
It's a 15.
Yeah. Double 50.
15.
Double 15. They both miss as the thugs jump out of the way.
Damn. Jump out of breath. Alright. And I will bite at this fire elemental as well.
That is also a miss.
Jeez. Alright.
Let's see. That is an even roll, so you don't burn yourself.
Fantastic. Would a +2 make it a hit?
No.
Okay. That'll be that then.
Right, is Talia in the initiative? No, she's not. Of course she's not. Now she is. No, turns out she acts right now.
Yeah.
Let's see. She probably has some nice things. I think she thinks that this is an appropriate situation to use her Invocation of Law, which I don't believe she has used before, at least this heal up. That is terrible. But she can see the future, kind of. That is a quick action. She'll move forward a bit. And then she'll also do something like...
Yes.
Like...
Are you sure the invocation is a quick action?
I'm almost certain. She'll also use Divine Endurance. I'm not sure if she has used the spell before, but turns out she can use it.
Let me see here. She has.
Yeah, she has used
Stacked
that.
with
She
in her
has?
notes. She has her little spellcasting list.
Oh, that's
All
useful.
the things with like an X and the stuff that she has used. D's for
Okay.
dailies, B's for battle, and nothing for the one she can use all the time.
She still has False Silver then. That could be good. But that's too far away. She doesn't really want to do that. Probably.
We used the Javelin of Faith just now. Try to shoot one of the elementals, honestly.
Yeah, that's normally
Yeah,
her go-to.
she'll use that against the elemental on the right that is fighting the zombies. Which does in fact hit and burns the fire elemental with holy fire.
Blue fire.
Blue fire, indeed. Who subsequently gets to act and slashes at the zombie with its whipping flames. And just hits.
As
Also
Kills
a
the
random
zombie.
nearby enemy, which will be top left to bottom right again, which is a total of 6 things. That would be the Ellerling for 7 ongoing fire damage.
it's happened to me every time. Poor Edling.
Let's see. this friendly fellow over here, playing with a rather large knife, will jump forward and throws that knife at Hirondor. Missing terribly.
Piece of shit.
Man, the confusion is so bad.
This fire elemental will swing at Hirondor for a hit.
Yep. Does hit.
3, 6. That will be against Enrican, apparently, as the fire snakes around the door.
There's a hole in the wall. Tiny hole.
Most of the door is really just blown open.
It's kind of gone at this point.
That sounds fishy to me.
As these guys get their turn. And it is true that Hirondor is slightly too far away, so they kind of have to give up their spot of cover here to actually shoot at him. Which they shall do. This will be
Sweet dragon.
1,
Oh,
2,
shit. Okay.
3. That's an extra 1. 4 and 5. I believe that's 2 hits.
2 hits indeed. For a total of 36.
36, yes. And that is also 2 instances of vulnerable. As the mithril-tipped arrows stick between your scales, slicing through them pretty much like butter and just sticking in there, being really awkward.
2 more scars for your collection.
Let's see. As he will move right here and point his staff towards the Edeling and the zombie, who get some magic missiles to the face. 10 points of damage each.
Alright.
And the thugs. The thugs used to be brave, but then they almost got frozen to death, so they'll just use their short bows against Hirondor. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That is 2 hits for 8 points of damage.
Sure.
That means you can ignore those guys for a while.
Yeah.
Exclamation eye goes to 1.
They'll be here to tell us. They're the guys we're going to interrogate at the end.
Yep.
That's what that means.
Graham?
Alright, well, that guy looks like a jerk, so I suppose I'll go engage with him. And then I suppose I shall smite his face. As we do it in the army of holy warriors. Let's see, I don't have the greatest bonus to hit right now, but I think that'll do.
That does it, yes. That does not stagger him, though.
Nope,
Does it?
doesn't mark him, so that others can strike him easier. Let's see, I also have my book. What did I do again? I made macros for my magic items, so I know. None of these things I need right now. All right. And then I will quick action to give my zombie the escalation die, because why not? And I suppose he's not useful to me. Well, I mean, he could just stand there, really, holding that thing up, because it's probably going to attack him again. I don't think they're super smart.
The elementals seem pretty intent on attacking whatever is closest.
Alright, well, I guess zombies can tank it then. And just do nothing.
Okay, Edeling?
He's gonna make use of my my little distraction here to go here and attack this guy. It has a +1. It probably doesn't do anything, though.
That misses, yeah.
Then he'll make his save and take his damage. Yes, he makes a save, but he does take the 7 damage. There we go.
All right.
That's that.
And as Graham moves there, he'll notice that around the corner, someone has been waiting. He'll also briefly make out that in this corner over here seemed to be some sort of magical setup with a circle of some sort and other magical ingredients strewn about. And the woman standing beside the man in the corner does seem very familiar as she charges forward with a
we
quick
don't
step.
see them.
You don't, that is true. But now you do.
Twisted your dragon.
As she charges forward, not turning a dragon, but rather brandishing the two broken pieces of the sword's hilt and whirling them about like daggers and attacking Graham with both of them. 2 23s, those are both misses.
Listen, girl, you're outside your league. Henrikin!
She frowns a bit at this, then gets a smile as she says, "That might be true, but that is not going to stop me." Henrikin.
So, do you want me to nuke her, or do you want me to take care of the dragon killers?
Fucking dragon, they hurt. Both. I don't give a shit.
What would
Either.
Henrikin do?
I can't do both yet.
One or the other. Either one.
I would have waved to decay her in a second
Uh,
to get that on.
well,
But
that said, in this situation, Talia might give Henrikin a helpful piece of advice. It very much looks like that person in the back seems to be a wizard of some sort, and they tend to be adept at making other wizards not be able to cast their spells if they are lucky, as in counter magic.
that would be close by, though, right? Surely Talia
That
would
is
know
true.
that. So right
That
now,
is true.
Henrikin is good until the guy comes closer. So if you
It
have a
would have
really
to be
cool
close.
thing you want to get started, then you want to do it now, before he gets closer and tries to lock you down.
Sure. We can. I'll. My thing is either I can do the bones beneath to hit the mooks up there, to hopefully get them off Hirondor's back. That's what I'm hoping, and hopefully he can kill a fire elemental. Although I'm not sure he can. Does Tarlia have anything to take care of the dragon killers with?
She has very little damage wise. She has some. She does have the Force Salvo 5th level, actually. That's fairly decent AoE damage. Like the Force Salvo, I have only good things to say about it. And he did level it up.
Yeah.
It would hit, let's see here. It would hit 5 targets for 7d10 plus whatever her ability.
If
bonus
she
is.
Jesus.
if she does
Push
that on
them
the
back
dragon
one.
killers,
Yeah.
that would be.
Doesn't do anything on a miss. So
Would
she
look
doesn't
like
hit
this.
it. Terrible rolls again, but you know.
Alright, Anakin will delay until after
pretty
Tarlia in this case to allow her to do the force salvo on the dragon killers up there. If that fails, I'll see what I can take care of because we need to mitigate some
Right.
damage.
She runs off.
Yeah, I think I'll wait. Delay until after Anrican. In this case.
Okay. Well then, Talia will step forward slightly. She doesn't actually have to get that close. And I think she does. How efficient do you want her to be? Because she can potentially do a lot of damage without targeting all the mooks.
Kill all the mooks.
Okay,
Yeah,
she's
come on,
just
let's
going to
move
throw everything at the mooks.
I
So
would
that will
say,
be-
does she have the feet in it? Does she have that? I think she had that at one point. Because if so, then you at least get to be flexible with the first one.
I don't know. I could check, but that takes too much time, so I'm not
Right,
going
well-
to. She'll just target all the mooks. The mooks are all dead. Absolutely destroyed.
Fuck.
It's like basically like a magic missile storm, right?
Yeah.
I imagine
That's
hers would be like basically like, you know, to add flavor to a character whose player is not here in his absence, for his cool 5th level thing that he'd spent his incremental advance to get that we now blew while he is not here. I imagine it's like she walks in like her hand opened, right, and then just like every finger on and the palm just like this cascade of just lines and stripes of fire just landing over there, not burning but shattering things with force, like someone being hit by 1,000 pebbles with the speed of light, just ripping through them, right? Like painting a picture on the back of the barricade there, as they all just instantly killed.
Suffice to say, it makes the other
Here.
wizard's magic missile look very pathetic in comparison. That's at Anakin. Actually, she could probably. No, wait. She'll probably move up to Rondo and give him a heal.
Probably won't want to engage
Not
with that.
engaged, yeah.
Yeah, not engage.
Yeah, sure. No. Take
That is
that.
a
A
twice
lot of
per
air
level
again, Manikai.
close spell. You may heal using a recovery.
I think someone is blowing on their mic a lot. It's
Is it me?
See.
I don't know. I think it's you, but it's
Yeah,
the
my
window.
mic's
Ah, close the window.
muted.
How about that?
And Hirundo.
Alright. Well, with that, I'm
you
actually
skipped
going
over
to...
me.
Oh, yeah,
Excuse me?
yeah. Still
Oh
am.
yeah, I did. Sorry.
Excuse me.
Right.
Well, in that case, we will. Do you want the Wave of Decay or do you want the Rotting Curse on her?
I personally,
Mm-hmm.
I like the Way of Decay a lot. I'm partial to it. I have it myself,
Mm-hmm.
and I love it. It's great because it just keeps giving. You know, when she's down and you're like, when you can like snap your fingers and kill her, you can still use that on the other guy or whoever. Like as long as you don't kill someone with it.
We'll get the Wave of Decay started on her. So
Yeah,
Anakin
like
will
it's guaranteed effect.
will slam his staff down on the ground, cracks form, and malevolent dark energy flows from the staff towards her, grasping at her very essence. Wave of Decay.
What's that
Damage,
damage, man?
0.
You have to tag the.
I haven't
Exclamation
filled.
die.
I haven't filled it out correctly.
Oh yeah,
because
that
there
should
is
be 2d6, I guess.
2d12.
2d12.
D12.
As it
The,
happens.
the damage roll is d6s though.
But it's upgraded.
Yep, it's upgraded. You just haven't upgraded the macro. Mine does it. I have it.
What
You,
the
I can
the macro is upgraded?
No, the macro.
macro
mac-
has
upgrade.
The macro uses d6s still
in the actual roll.
in the actual roll.
But it says in the effect.
In the effect, it's d12, so just roll 2d12.
Yes.
Okay.
What you're doing is correct,
Can
but
be
your
fixed
macro
another time.
needs to be updated.
Yeah, because it's like whether it always hits there. I haven't bothered. She takes 11 damage.
Right, she will do that.
I should continue to glow.
Hirundo.
Yeah, I might help you with that next turn.
Yeah, you should.
All right. I will use my what's it called? This thing for a quick rally. 26. And then I will try and fuck up this elemental.
That is a hit. That is also, however, did you use your Carven opening?
No, not yet. At very least,
Not
but
yet.
I was
All
going
right,
to.
It would have been crit otherwise.
Yep.
Well, it is a hit, staggering the elemental. And you take how much? A d12 of fire damage as you bite into it. 6 points.
Sure, and I will, as it's an odd roll, or natural odd, I will increase my crit range by 1.
Okay. Do make sure to mark that in your label or something.
I
So
will.
don't forget. This elemental will just smack at the zombie. First, you roll. Nope. That's a natural 1.
Hooray!
He is disappointed. Butch. Well, he would like to disengage. Jumping away and succeeding. As he'll go over here and throw a knife at American. By 27.
Yeah, he can't miss me.
That is also a 16 plus, so you're confused.
Okay.
You're probably the least bad person to be confused, though.
This elemental will continue smacking at the closest target, which is Irundor. By 14, which is a terrible miss. Let's see. Well, he saw the
good
magic
scrub.
coming from the back, so he'll, in fact, double move over here. And from around the corner, a big person moves towards Kirondor, engaging him. Will try to hit him with his cudgel and misses. These guys are pretty happy just shooting at the big dragon. Seems to be an easy enough target to hit, they think. That's a 20. For 8 points of damage. And the 23 actually for 12.
Yep.
The escalation die will go to 1.
Alright. Sadly, Anakin can't do his thing this turn, because, you know,
Yeah.
another thing happened, but, sorry.
If you could tie up maybe the fire elemental, I could go and engage these two assholes on my turn. Or that
All right.
Edling can.
First, though, I shall. What did I just do? Oh, I made a new macro. I don't need a new macro. Just make sure I haven't used it yet. I have not. I shall use the Invocation of War to increase the escalation die by 1.
Okay. Escalation
Right,
die
immediately.
+3 then.
Because then the waves of decay are better, as it turns out. And, well, right now my normal attack still almost beats it, I suppose. But who needs normal attacks when you can smite evil, right? And this woman is definitely evil, so that much is clear. Yeah, I suppose I shall do my smite of evil again upon her.
Alrighty.
And I hope that she rots in fiery hell.
26. That is a hit.
Right, she can take 49 damage.
49. And while the sword is hesitant, it does grudgingly agree that she is a human, so she kind of belongs in a town as much as the sword would like her not to.
Well, what if the sword knows that it's going to get reforged once she is defeated? Maybe
Maybe
we do it anyway.
No, the sword doesn't work on that. It works. You know, it couldn't betray its own principles.
Yeah, it is lawful, that's true.
At least
Alright, well.
A big part of the sword is very lawful. The other one, yeah.
Is she
Grey area.
hurt a lot yet? No?
No.
Well, she's tough, I'll give her that. But I will activate on this. Let me just check if I've done that yet. No, I have not used any of my magic items. I'll check my blazing beacon armor to begin shining brightly. I guess that'll be my move action. As it does take an action to do. And that'll give me right now a +1 to my AC. And make me shine brightly. As it turns out. Zombie, you can tank that thing. I think that's fine. Edling will do as Sorrento asked and go to this fire elemental and try to strike at it for 17, which is a natural roll.
That is a miss.
Right, well, now fire elemental got something to do there. Yep, that's it.
Alright. Ace continues brandishing her daggers, throwing a quick look back towards the door towards Anakin, but sees him sort of walking around in circles or something, holding his head. She'll look back towards...
cackling ritual.
She'll throw a glance at Hirondo instead, and then back to Graham. She sneers and says,
"You and me.
I wish it didn't have to be like this. We could have been allies, but no. You chose to break your word." As she'll attack Graham with 2 natural ones.
Wow.
Alright.
That's,
Okay.
Come on, come give me some. Come
maybe
get
those
Don't
daggers
do
are
it.
like, I don't know about this. I don't know about
Holy
this.
shit.
Having just invoked the old god of humanity upon her, says you are making a mistake. You can still fix this.
As
The
she'll-
gods themselves are against you. Speak with the authority of magical power.
And it seems very important while saying that.
He sure does.
There's more at stake here than you could possibly know.
Oh, I know the stakes very well, and I know that the gods are not going to help me. As she'll begin dodging and weaving with almost supernatural speed, as she'll give herself a +2 to AC. And also showing off her other ability that she hasn't used yet. Well, Talia doesn't like all this talk about things, so she'll probably attack Ace.
Can she unconfuse
Can she like
me somehow?
leave?
She might have something for that. Does she have the feat for cure wounds?
She does not, because she's not a healing. She's not a healing person. That was Gilgalad.
Let me actually find her character sheet so I know what feat she has, because she doesn't have it in her notes. No, she does
I don't
not.
see anything that would grant you a save. No.
No.
She does. I don't really actually know what she does. She does a little bit of everything. She's a broad perspective spellcaster.
Yeah, the main spell is Javelin of Faith, which she will use again.